Okay. Hello, everyone. A very good evening, all of you. I hope I'm clearly audible and visible to everyone. Okay. Okay. So I'm just having a small check whether I'm clearly audible and visible or not. So after I get it, perfect. Yes. Okay. I hope I'm clearly audible now. Okay. Chalo. So hello everyone. Once again, a very good evening, all of you. So for the students who have filled up the form for the entrance exam for Christ University Law entrance exam, that is majorly for BA LLB and BBA LLB honors at a campus from Bangalore and multiple other campuses as well. So today was the slot which they have, and even the Christ University entrance test for law was not even have been disclosed way earlier, like it was disclosed for CLAT, ALAT, and SLAT also. So the disclosure of this exam was done at a very shorter period, and the exam dates were even to fill up the form was open till on the first of December, and it just happened the very next day to CLAT. So, a few students who have already appeared for this exam in comparison with what happened with CLAT. So, I know that it was altogether a very different experience because you did CLAT and it had a different mixed feeling experience with all the students. But for the ones who have appeared for the Christ today, so the slots majorly were given to the students for about 5:30 was the time duration which was given to the slots. So this particular session is explicitly we're going to talk about the overall analysis. How does the entire paper look like? On what platform it actually happened? Was it similar to the other law entrances, or it has a different altogether the sectional differentiation? And what were the different types of questions which came? Okay. So we'll start with this session. Once again, I'm just having a small check. Am I clearly audible or not? Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Okay. If any of the students is having any questions related to whatever we are talking about it right now, would want all the students to drop into the chat box right now, or maybe later on, if you watch it up, drop into the comment section. Okay. So, uh, so the first take, or I would say the first overall impact for this entire paper was we all knew that it's a computer based test, but it was not a center based test. Okay? That means it was an online proctored test, but which should have been taken from home. That means the student who have registered, they got links from the Christ University as well, with the proper admit card, and all the various details were being provided. That it's a 120 question paper with a 90 minutes time duration which was happened. And so I think this is especially being taken in the level with the CLAT earlier, but the CLAT was 150 questions, 120 minutes. So they kept it around 120 questions, 90 minutes, which is a multiple choice based question itself. Okay. But the different part as compared to the other online entrance exams, that those exams don't have negative marking. It's only the CLAT and the ALET only have negative marking. So over here also we know that the negative markings were there, that is 0.25. But the important part which we have seen it in even the Christ exam for the UG courses also, that the sectional bifurcation has not happened. That means when the test started, it has only one section, all 120 questions to be done in 90 minutes. So that is what is the first impact with, or the first take which I have seen it up, and it's a change. So that means first question could be on some Q&A based question. So I had the first question, the variance is. So the meaning of the variance, that is, it is a part of standard deviation which is mean, median, mode से related, जो थोड़ा statistical part आता है, ठीक है. But the type of questions which were there, I'm going to take up that particular thing, ठीक है. Just give me 1 minute, guys. Just a small, I think there is a check I need to do whether I'm able to chat or not. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience, guys. I just wanted to have a check over whether the chats of all the students could be seen easily or not. That is what I just wanted to check. Okay, okay. So Sudiksha is there. Hi, Sudiksha. Okay, sir, wanted to ask about the career in law. Sir, I gave CLAT twice and couldn't do it well. No, yeah, yeah. So Diksha, we'll definitely going to discuss about that particular part also. So don't worry about it. Okay. So drop into the comments to the all the students. Okay, okay. Now, yeah. So the first impact, there was no sectional bifurcation, a completely online based test which happened. So if any students take it up maybe next year or so, or any other slot you got it up. So it's an online base from the home only. You don't have to travel to any center, okay? But you have to have a proper system, a laptop or a desktop with a proper camera, everything, because that is being monitored through a software which you need to install, and that is what the Christ exam look like. Okay, an online test, 120 questions in 90 minutes. There is negative marking, which already here. Okay, now we talk about the different set of questions which came, है ना? So I have able to jot down multiple areas of the question. The specific type of questions would going to be taken up later on, because I even have certain set of questions also. So we might be taking it up that particular set of questions, and will going to be there forming a part of our test series also. If any of the students who takes it up in the next, मतलब जो next year लेगा, तो वो हमारे question bank का part होगा, which will going to be the property of IMS only. So we're going to curate all the questions on that basis only. ठीक है. Now, when we know about the sectional bifurcation, how it was done, it is reasoning, it is English, it has analytical, it has current affairs, and it has GK. Okay. So they have mentioned about reasoning and they've mentioned about English. So ye to chalo space questions the. Now they even have questions for data analysis and interpretation. So there were 4 pie chart based questions were there, a proper lengthy one, a proper calculation one, 4 graph based question which had a proper वो जो graph जैसे बनता है, that is how they have provided a proper graph, and side में there were options. ठीक है. अच्छा, also talking about the options, it was not altogether जो sectional bifurcation के साथ था. If we talk about options, we normally say that every question is going to have options, that is 4. So 4 was there, even there were few questions which has 3 options, even there were questions which has 5 options. So that is what the differentiating factor which had happened in the Christ entrance exam. Okay. Uh, ठीक है, perfect. Okay. So there was one paragraph based question also, which the I think I've noted out. The paragraph was a proper and English historical based paragraph, a conflict between Spain and England. 1570s का एक paragraph था. The entire story was given. उनके बीच में क्या conflict and so on. मतलब it was near about, if I'll say 400 to 450 words paragraph was there, and there was only one line question. 4 questions on that basis was there. ठीक है. One figure based question was there. That means उसमें ऐसे there were 4 boxes which were made, and they asked if what would be the 4th box. तो figure based था, that is उसमें एक ऐसा figure बना हुआ था, then there was a figure like this, then they had a figure like this, ठीक है, with arrows, and they wanted कि 4th figure क्या होगा. So that is what they even asked for, a particular figure based question. So this was a new element. If I talk about the, but the data interpretation have been there, but this is what have been noted in that particular part. So that is data analysis. But when I talk about the English part, English may there were it was a complete mix of everything in English. It is a filling the blank based question also, which adverb to be used, the grammar, synonyms, antonyms, proper vocabulary based questions were also there. And it was not like a statement based questions for vocab were not there. They wanted to have an relationship between the two terms. Ki if A is to B is, they call it as like this, then what is going to be the other two combinations. Okay. So that is what they framed that. So they had English based question only, but the forming of the question was quite different. So they have questions on tenses, they have question on idioms, the sentence based also correcting fulfilling the sentences also. Okay. So that is what have been majorly all the questions were around this only. Now, since they don't explicitly mention that math is going to be there, but they have a proper word problem. Okay, unitary method based questions were also there, that if 35 toys costing this rupees, then what would be the cost of 25? Though I think that is what, huh, uh, 15 toys costing 234 rupees. So what would be the cost of 35 toys? A unitary base, so it's a proper math based question, a calculation base. They even have standard deviation question also. Certain set se do questions were there, and a proper number series se related questions were also there. So that means they have not explicitly mentioned about math, but they have given it up. Okay. So that is what was the take in the maths part. Okay. So English maths done. Now talking about the GK, so they say ki we have GK and we have current affairs, but there were no questions related to the present year current affairs se related nahi tha. So if I say that there was a question related to a summit which happened in 2018-19, उसके कॉन्टेक्स्ट में देयर वाज अ क्वेश्चन सो इट इज नॉट अ करंट अफेयर क्वेश्चन इट्स अ स्टैटिक जीके क्वेश्चन बेस्ड हो सकता है मतलब यू कैन से कि इट वाज रिलेटेड विद 18-19 बट वो करंट अफेयर का पार्ट नहीं बनेगा देन ओके बिकॉज इट हैज ऑलरेडी हैपेंड सो इट हैज बिकम अ स्टैटिक पार्ट नाउ ठीक है तो वो क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड विद टू आइडेंटिफाई अ पर्टिकुलर कंट्री का प्राइम मिनिस्टर एंड दैट इज व्हाट द नेम्स वर देयर देन देयर वर क्वेश्चंस ऑन अवार्ड्स ऑस्कर से रिलेटेड था which has won the majority, I think most of the Oscar in one of the Oscars only in 2023 एक movie का name was there, so that is what the question was. Then a very basic question, who invented bulb है ना तो the students and the viewers who are live right now they can drop into the comments and say कि who invented the bulb, that was the question ठीक है तो वो थोड़ा GK part में चला गया. Then they have questions on national conferences, they have questions on the author, the chairman. They asked the question of chairman of IIM Ahmedabad. Who is the present chairman of IIM Ahmedabad was the question. Then they even mentioned about the certain questions based on the country matlab, a particular river flows in which particular part of the country, so that is what the base type of question. So I would still consider it was not current affair, it was static GK only. matlab, if the question was on Oscar 2023 matlab 24 25 तो दिखा ही नहीं 24 का एक question था, I'm not able to recall it. It was related with 2024 से related, but yeah, maybe I could just check it up, give me a moment because I have noted it down somewhere. So, yeah, give me a minute. I'll just tell you about 2024 का क्वेश्चन क्या था. नेशनल हाँ तो नेशनल बायोडाइवर्सिटी कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑन 2015 में था. देन सेट्स का क्वेश्चन ओके. देन या Jananpith Award 2023, it was related that type of a question. I could have noted something more. Then what was that 2024 का question? Give me a moment. I'll just check. I'm just checking it up. Yeah, author based questions भी थे. Make in India से related it was. Then okay. हाँ, the country which the prime minister which I was mentioning about was Jotham Napat, been elected as the prime minister of which country in February 2025. ये current affair का question हो सकता है because this was related with this year, but no other question was related with that. Then ठीक है. Okay, just a moment. Yeah, Oscar 2023, 7 awards in Oscar 2023. That was the question which came. Then Nirmal Hriday is located in, that is what the part of the, I think the answer was Kolkata for that. So this was the type of the question which came. Give me a minute. Then what was that 2024 का कुछ तो एक question था. I've just written it down. I'm just scrolling it down where I've written it. And just give me 1 minute. Okay, if anyone from the crowd knows about it who is live right now, they can just check it up and let us know कि हाँ सर ये वाला question तो you are not talking about. ठीक है. Then this is good. Okay. Pie chart था. North Korea and US का summit 2018-19 related to that it was. Then there was some हाँ International Space Station 20th anniversary से related there was a question. Then Olympics से related there was a question which was originally scheduled for 2020 took place in which city? The Summer Olympics they mention about it. Then there was a question which Silva Beach is located in which part of the country? ऐसा भी एक question था current affairs का. which they call it as current affairs, but I believe that it is related with only the static GK only. Okay. ठीक है. Yeah, it was related with who won the gold medal at Senior National Shooting Championship 2024 in Bhopal. That is what they talked about. National championship से related था. ठीक है. So that is what was there. Talking about कि GK में these were the type of the questions which majorly came over here. ठीक है. Now we jump to the another section which has been titled called as reasoning, but as already stated that there was no actual bifurcation which has actually taken place in the entire this part. Okay, so that is what we need to note about it, because that is what the Silva Beach. Yes, yes. Okay. So well is there. Yeah, perfect. So reasoning में there was a establishing a relationship की bacteria decomposition है ना. So what is the other form of the relationship or the mix match between the two terms? So उससे related था. They were related with jumbled one, odd one out with the list being given. Then there was one question on statement conclusion and an arrangement based की if the person is on to the left of the other person, right to the other person. तो एक circular arrangement से related question was there in the reasoning part. ठीक है. So this is what the overall feel of CULEE 2026 look like. ठीक है. So I believe that we could say that out of 120 students could have been able to score near about 80, 85, 90, decent number to get into Bangalore, because that is not the only thing, because after that the students will going to undergo, I think so today is 8th of December. What I have been allotted as a date is 13th of December to get into the skill assessment. The next would be a micro presentation and the personal interview round, which is going to be done at the venues which you have opted. Okay, so they don't have much of the venues also. Okay, so that is the limited 7-8 venues only. Mumbai में venue नहीं था, so they have provided it in Pune only. So micro presentation, personal interview round. So if any of the students who is aiming for this particular exam, watching the session right now, maybe later on, and you want any assistance related with the skill assessment, the micro presentation, and the personal interview round, drop into the comments. Let us know. We will help you with that. We will give you suggestions related to that via shots, or if needed, the session could have been taken, but only when we get comments by the students ki, yes, sir, we need to know more about it, what exactly going to be there. Okay. So majorly skill assessment means the background check and everything happens. A micro presentation, that is a topic आपको on the spot दे दिया जाएगा. The topic is going to be given to you, and on that topic you will put up a particular presentation on the spot only, and then a personal interview round. That is what the entire decision will going to be based on that part. So you have given up Christ. That is what the overall feel was about. uh, the number of questions, everything remains same, but yes, somewhere more of the maths part was also there, but the number of question was a mixed match. Normally they say 30 question, 15 question, 20 question in multiple sections, but इसमें कुछ ऐसा part नहीं था. It has a mixed match of everything. ठीक है. So that is from our end, everyone. I'll just take up a few questions which are over here. Okay, so there is a question which mentioned about, sir, can you please suggest the topics for micro presentation? So, Varshita, I would majorly talk about topics which is related with the current affairs in the past 3 to 4 months. Maybe there could be a presentation topic on, they could ask for the tariff act, or maybe an incident related with an indigo part which is going on. It could be related with that. Some current affair based topic could be asked. Even sometimes they give certain static topics. Okay, that means any conceptual topic related with law also they can took it up. Okay, explain the difference between indemnity and guarantee. Something like this can also come. So you just brush up the legal concepts and the hot topics for the current affairs. Maybe they could have asked your view on a particular topic related with, let's say, the AQI level in India is being depleting, and it's not only Delhi and Haryana, it's even impacting cities like Mumbai and the other parts of the country also. So that is what the topics could have been. Okay. And talking about the cutoff for this particular test, that is majorly take it into consideration that uh, mm, I believe that it would be somewhere around 85, 80, 90 के around तो होना ही चाहिए, because the test was not a test which the students could have not gone for it. Yeah, there was a time taking part in the pie chart, the graph and everything, but the questions were not very lengthy. Just to understand the data, that is where it would have been taken up your time, but it was a doable one only. So consider anything around 70 to 80 would be the decent space. And then after your performance in the micro presentation, the skill assessment and the personal interview round, we're going to decide which campus you're going to get. Okay. So that is it from our end, guys. And for the students who were not able to fare well in CLAT 2026, don't worry. There are multiple exams. If you are watching this particular session through this medium, I'm going to tell ki please don't worry. There are multiple entrance exams which are going to come up. So focus on to that. Even the Christ was also one of the, it is one of the great institutes of the country, and the Bangalore Institute is one of the oldest and being dreamed by a lot many students, so you can definitely go for it. Okay, so wishing you all the very best, and then do let us know in the comment section if you have any question, any query related to this. Okay, chalo, till then guys, bye bye, take care, have a good day, good night, and see you soon again in the upcoming sessions. Bye bye, take care, thank you.